Tyree Wilson is going to be an extremely effective defender for the Las Vegas Raiders. Getting drafted in the first round, the Raiders knew that they needed a lot of help on the defensive line, and adding a new defensive coordinator who has an experience with a lot of big defensive lines in New York and in New England, the Raiders are going to have a lot of experience. And now they have Maxx Crosby to be paired up with two young guys in Byron and Tyree Wilson. Tyree Wilson is a freak edge defender from Texas Tech, and we're going to look today at his film to see why he's going to be so effective in the NFL and why he needs to improve to be an elite defender next to Maxx Crosby. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? I'm Tyler Coker, and I'm your host for today's episode of Today with Tyler. I hope you enjoy. Tyree Wilson is an elite athlete. He's extremely fast off the line. His speed scares offensive linemen into oversetting, which he can take advantage of to break the pocket. That speed can translate directly into power, making him a cannonball running through the line. His strength is going to match the best, bull rushing through extremely well executed blocks. His long arm move is devastating, and he can lock out defenders and forklift them with only one arm. When he misses pass rush moves, he can still power through linemen with leverage and strength to make an effective rush toward the quarterback, which is very promising for his future against elite NFL tackles. His elite strength helps him defend against the run as well, murdering his blockers and throwing grown men around the field. He's strong enough to tackle through blockers, which worked very well at the collegiate level and will continue to find some success at the next level. His speed makes him burst through the line and collapse the edge, especially when matched against smaller blockers disrupting the play. That tendency, however, can be used against him, and he can fly off the ball and lose the edge, giving the running back free yards and taking Wilson out of the play altogether. Now, let's look at the technical side of Wilson's game. He's shown the ability to combine moves together and make a complete pass rush, which proved devastating. He even has showed the ability to read the offensive tackle and make moves based off of his pass set, which would be an elite trait if he could bring that into the NFL. His speed makes tackles jump at him, which leaves him vulnerable inside, and Wilson's speed to power can crush the vulnerable blocker and lead him right to the quarterback. He even showed some prowess in the trenches, waiting for that offensive tackle to punch before punishing the overextension of the block and creating pressure. Wilson isn't consistent with his hands, however, and struggles to disengage the blockers if they really get a grip on him. Similar to rushers like Chase Young and Bradley Chubb, his confidence to overpower tackles has led him to get locked in a battle, and he doesn't have the technical ability to consistently string moves together and rip away from the block to create pressure. So how does Wilson size up on my prospect grading scale? The scale goes as follows: 3 points for size based on their overall size as well as arm strength, 5 points for speed both off the line and in the rush, 3 points for bend, which can be seen in elite rushers like Von Miller, 10 points for strength, both in run defending and pass rushing, 10 points for hands, which is the technical side of the ball that can elevate weaker athletes, and 3 points for their arsenal, judging them on tendencies or abilities to use a diverse array of moves to win, as that's a successful strategy in the NFL. Wilson naturally gets a full 3 in size, as he's a freak of nature. Despite being massive, he also flies off the line, giving him a 5 in speed. As is typical with larger rushers, however, Wilson only has passable bend, and he struggles to bend around the edge consistently, scoring him just a 1. His strength, both in run and pass situations, is devastating, scoring a 10 out of 10. His hands are simply passable as well, and he struggles to use them to win consistently, but he does find success when he does get technical, scoring a 7. And finally, he scores a 1 for arsenal. He relies heavily on the bull rush and long arm moves, and that overdependence will seriously limit him if he doesn't find confidence using his athleticism and speed more often. When all the points come together, his overall grade is a 79.4, which is an extremely good grade and offers a lot of upside, which is going to be very exciting for the Las Vegas Raiders. So Tyree Wilson is overall a good edge rusher. He's extremely strong, and while his hand play isn't necessarily elite, he has a lot of upside and has shown flashes of it working before. So all it's going to take is a little bit of coaching, and he's going to go a long way. Tyree Wilson is in the position to be in contention for Defensive Rookie of the Year, and that's not saying it lightly. There are a lot of players in that position this year. But Tyree Wilson's overall athleticism, combined with new technical traits that he'll pick up in the NFL, is going to make him a day one starter and a big impact player. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.